Hey YouTube family, what's going on? It's me. Sorry, I saw on my YouTube channel that it's been like 3 weeks since my last video, and I told my husband because I was like, you gotta have to go upstairs or go run errands or whatever because I need to make a YouTube video. I've got like these last 3 weeks have been crazy, crazy. Oh my gosh, but in a good way. Um, okay, sorry. Today, what day? Today's Saturday. Okay, let's say I should have wrote all this down. I never do. I'm actually in a really good mood, so but I don't remember what I mentioned in my last video, so it doesn't matter. But I'm gonna say, like I said, these last 3 weeks have been like crazy, absolutely crazy. It's not starting just now to calm down just a little bit. Um, 3 weeks ago, wait, where's the? I'm looking at my calendar on my phone because I need to check something real quick. Has it been 3 weeks? 1, 2. It's been about 3 weeks. All right. So last month in September, my husband walked out of the job he had had for like 3 years because they really mistreated him. He was tired of the mistreatment, and he was just pretty much like, "Fuck you guys," and walked out because he kept getting blamed for like stuff he didn't even do. He was getting cursed at and yelled at, and like it was he was done. He was like, "I don't need this in my life." So he had walked out without having another job lined up. So that was kind of scary a little bit. And I wasn't working at the time. Fast forward to maybe 3 days or 4 days after he walked out of that job, he found a temporary job at this other warehouse. He was working like 2 p.m. to like midnight, and sorry, I'm fixing my phone cord. And he was working in this warehouse, and I think they like processed dog food or something. It wasn't Chewy. It was some other warehouse, and it was so bad. Like the money was okay, but like he would come home, and I mean the smell was god awful. It was so disgusting. It's, oh my god. But when he would come home every night at like midnight or whatever, I mean, it didn't matter if I was sleeping. I would get up and wash his clothes, put them in the washer, and take care of that. But it was so gross. It smelled so bad. Um, and during this time, I think it was October 1st, maybe October 1st, our car died, and it actually died when I just got done with orientation for McDonald's, and I was supposed to head over. I was at one McDonald's location. I was picking up my hat and my shirt and completing paperwork, and then I was supposed to go over to my McDonald's that I was going to work at for like, I don't know, watch training videos. I mean, I know how to do my job there. I've done it like since 2014, off and on, and the car wouldn't start, right? And I was just like, that's crazy because the car's been working fine. And I had a feeling like it's not that it wouldn't start. It's just when I tried to start it, it would go click or click, click, and all the lights turned on, so I knew it wasn't the battery. And we just replaced the battery about a year ago. Paid like $200 for that AutoZone. My goodness. And then we also got a brand new alternator in last year as well. And so I was like, no, it's not. It's not those things. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's a starter. And so I called our insurance company. We actually have full coverage insurance on our car. Our car is 2004 Chevy Cavalier. They don't even make them anymore. But we learned our lesson with previous cars that because we would have like liability, and we got in an accident one time. We had a Mazda, and we only had liability on it, and the cost of the car repairs literally put us under. It was so bad. So when we acquired our Cavalier, it was a no-brainer. We're like, we're getting full coverage on this car, even though it's not worth anything. But it pays to have full coverage because we have free roadside assistance, and that has come in handy more than once, especially with that car. Anyway, so I called my insurance company and said I need someone to come out and give me a jump. I knew it wasn't the battery, but I just wanted just to check. And so 45 minutes later, let's send somebody out. And he was like, that's not your battery. He's like, that's your starter. I was like, I knew it. I knew it. He's like, just call back, call the insurance company, ask them to tow your car to your mechanic or whatever. And we didn't have a mechanic. I called and had them tow it to my house. But anyway, so we didn't have a car for like 2 weeks. And my husband was getting rides back and forth to this warehouse that he was working with the dog food. And or Ubering. Like if we had gotten a little bit of extra money, he would take an Uber because it wasn't that far from our house, but it wasn't really within walking distance. Especially with him having to work till like midnight, I didn't want him walking, over the bridge and stuff at home at that hour. It's too dark. It's crazy. Oh my god, I love Sonic's crushed ice. Okay. So yeah, he would either get rides or once in a while he would do Uber. And I didn't really look for work, but I was just like um no, that's not true. I was looking for work, and I don't have a lot of skills, and I only have like a high school diploma, but I'm really good with customers, and I know how to work registers really well. So it was a no brainer. One day I was just sitting there, and I noticed several months ago when I went through the drive-through of the McDonald's by my house, which I used to work at, they needed help. They always need help because people just don't want to work there. And I can understand why, especially being there for like 3 weeks now. But I sent a little text to like I don't know, they said like text a certain number to a certain number, and I started the process and I filled out the application, and then like the next day, I or not the next day, like 4 days later, I had a interview with my old boss. She was just like, um, she was just like, she saw me. She's like, oh my god. She's like, hey, guy, Dawn, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm coming back to work if that's okay. She's like, this is the last time because this is my fourth time being back there. Um, and I was like, yes, ma'am. But so we talked a little bit, and she asked, or I asked her, I was like, what hours do you need me available? And she's like, usually the morning. She's like, we have enough people for afternoon and evening. She's like, but I need someone in the morning. And I was like, that's fine. I did that the first time I was here. And she's like, right, you worked from like 7 to 3 or something. I was like, yeah, that was the first time. And she's like, well, I might need you 7 to 3 or 8 to 4, or if need be 6 to 2. I was like, 6 to 2. I was like, my brain is not awake at that hour. But I was like, I got your back. So anyway, so I got hired on at McDonald's. I think I officially began October 1st. Let me check. I have everything in my phone. Yeah, I think it was October 1st is when I officially began. And like I said, I'm a cashier. I've been doing every time I've been back at McDonald's, I've always done cashiering. I like what I do, and I'm very good at it. And, oh, okay, let me see. I don't know how to word this right. Okay, so, yes, I've been back at McDonald's for 3 weeks, and it's going very well. I'm exhausted because we didn't discuss if I was going to be full-time or part-time, but I recently told her, I was like, because she has me working four days, like back to back to back to back, and then I have like 3 days off, and it's very hard for me to stand for 8 or 9 hours just on my feet on concrete. It hurts my feet, it hurts my ankles, and I got pretty good shoes. I got like the Dr. Scholl's career work something or other, and I've always used them, and they're very good. And I do have insoles in my shoes, but man, it's hard to do that back to back to back to back and not really get enough rest for my body for the next shift. You know what I'm saying? So I told her yesterday, I was just like, I can't do 4 or 5 days like this back to back, Fabi. I was like, can you knock me down to at least 3 days, And she's like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. She's like, but next week I have you for 4 days because I already got the schedule out. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I'm going to die. So, oh my gosh. But she's like, the following week after that, I'll have you down for 3. And I'm like, okay. It wouldn't be so bad if like I could just sit down. Give me a chair, give me a stool, because there's 2 people in drive-through. I mainly take orders, and then there's someone collecting the money. I mean, I also make Happy Meal boxes or whatever. But I just like, give me a chair so I can just sit down. I'll sit there and work all day long if I could sit down. But they don't, and I don't know why. But So I mean, I'm enjoying my time at McDonald's. I recently got my first paycheck yesterday, and that's good because we've been able to, kind of pay on some bills that we were behind on. My husband also received his first check from his new job. He's at a new job now. He's not at that same job where he worked with dog food. This job he's at now, he's in another warehouse. I think he works like 40 minutes away. He gets paid like $16 an hour, and he gets his own laptop. He gets his own desk, and he loves what he does. He really does. And he received his first check from there yesterday. So we got caught up on some bills, but not a lot. It's gonna take us like probably a month or so to get completely caught up on bills. And we did get our car fixed. We got our car fixed. This is last Friday. Last Friday, which was, oh my goodness, oops. Oh God, I'm sorry. Let's see, today was the 26th. We got our car officially fixed on October 16th. It was our starter, and this mechanic we have, he's local. He's our neighbor's mechanic, and he's really good and he's really cheap. And we had ordered the starter, and he put it in for us, like, and he was done. And he was just like, okay. So we got that. We officially got our car started again on this October 16th, and then for about 2 months now, our turn signals have not worked. And I knew that, or I knew, ow, 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 cramps, ow, 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 ow. Okay, I knew that it was our turn signal relay switch. I'm not a mechanic by any means, but I know our car, and so I remember I also Googled that a couple months ago, and I was just like, what's going on with our turn signals? I thought might be a fuse, but we had that checked. So when I knew it wasn't a fuse, I knew that it was the turn signal relay switch. And our mechanic came out today, and he just checked the fuses himself, and then he was just like, and like 2 minutes later, he's like, he was finagling with some wires or whatever. He's like, yeah, you guys, you need a new turn signal relay switch. And I told Robert, I'm like, I told you. He's like, man, you're right on that too. You were right on the starter. I was like, I know my car. So anyway, the mechanic, he went off to AutoZone or O'Reilly's. He got the part, came back. He put it in like that. And we paid him. He pays, he's very, very good. I think we paid, for the part and his labor, we paid like $60 today. For when he put the starter in, he wanted $45. That was all he wanted. And we're just like, wow. So next week, no, not next week, 2 weeks from today, we want to, we kind of have a small oil leak, and he found that out actually, our mechanic. And he's like, hey, I can take care of that for you. So we're like, okay. So maybe in 2 weeks we're gonna have him check that out, and also see if he could do our back brakes. I'm not sure. My husband's kind of like going off in all directions, and I'm like, dude, let's get through one paycheck at a time. We still got to get caught up on bills and stuff. So, but there's that. So yes, my husband is at a job that he loves, and he gets paid more for, and he's very well respected there. They don't treat him like crap, and he really likes it. The only bad part is like it's kind of far. It's kind of far, and he has to go through like various tollways, which is adding up. I think we're gonna have to invest in a Texas toll tag, because I just paid like $37 on the thing that they sent us in the mail for like a whole month's worth of toll roads. Oh gosh, that's gonna add up. So, but he works like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. or no, 4:30, and he's off on weekends. So he really, really likes that. Oh, he said that next week that he's probably going to be doing some overtime. If he does overtime, he's going to be making $24 an hour. So that's awesome. Oh man. I mean, I like what I do at McDonald's. I'm grateful that my boss has given me this last chance. I'm trying not to let her down. I mean, I'm in so much pain after every work shift, and I usually have to walk home, which I don't mind because we only got the one car for now. But man, it's hard. It's hard when you've been on your feet for like 9 hours. It's very painful to walk home. But I do the best I can. Oh gosh. Y'all, it's been a while. I'm glad to like be talking with you guys. Um, what else? What else? Um, I don't know. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Um, what else was there? There was something else important I was going to mention. Oh, do you see this? I'm a first time voter this year. Um, and when we went to go vote last Saturday, I think it was. I'm not sure. It was one Saturday. I think it was last Saturday. And I'd never done this before. And so when I was registering, not registering, but like when I was getting like when I handed my card and my driver's license to the lady, and she was asking me something about something. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, this is my first year voting. She goes to everyone in the building. She goes, we have a first time voter, and the whole place like erupted in applause. It was so funny. Oh God, it was funny. But yeah, I did my civic duty and voted. And what else is there? Oh my God, there's something crawling on the floor. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay. I don't know what it was, but it was black and it was like this big and it had like all kinds of legs. So I stepped on it and killed it. I don't know what that thing was, dude. It was crawling towards me on the floor. Oh my goodness. Probably trying to get away from the cold. Texas is getting cold, which is good. I love the cold weather. I truly do. Ever since I was a little girl. Because I was originally born and raised to a certain age in Chicago. So I always loved the cold weather. And however, I've been in Texas now for like 12 years, I think. And I think I'm becoming acclimatized. So like when it gets down to like 50 here, I'm just like, oh, it's so cold. And it's really not that cold. But like today we went out and got me a hoodie because I don't have a jacket. I don't have, I had a hoodie, excuse me, but it doesn't fit me anymore because I've gotten so fat. I've gained so much weight. And now that I work at McDonald's, I'm going to gain even more weight because we get free meals. But we went to Walmart and got a hoodie. So I have something to wear because it's going to be like, I think it's going to be like 48 and rainy like Monday and Tuesday and stuff. And having that drive-through open, that window constantly open, it's going to be cold. Cold, I tell you. But just making sure there ain't no more creepy crawlies. Shoot. Oh my gosh. Oh, let me tell you a story. Okay, I have a story to share about yesterday at McDonald's, right? I was taking orders, and then the girl next to me, she was collecting money. And we just had a torrential rain just came out of nowhere. And I don't know why people flock to McDonald's when it's pouring down rain, thunder, and lightning and everything. They always do. Always. Anyway, the one time, before I go into the story, one time, the first time when I worked there, we had something similar. And I almost got electrocuted because all the water was coming in through the window and it was hitting like the wires from the register and stuff and the debit card reader. And I swear I got electrocuted. Just I felt like a little zzz. And that was it for me. I closed the window. I put my headset down and I went I went to the front counter and I told the manager at the time, I was like, I ain't doing this anymore until that rain resolves because I was like, girl, I swear I just felt I got electrocuted a little bit. So she's like, that's fine. I was like, these people are crazy. There was a drive-through. I mean, there's all these people in the drive-through line and pouring down rain. Okay, that was the first time. Anyway, yesterday, I was in my zone, and I was like taking orders, and I felt my coworker go like this to me, and she points behind me, and I look behind me, right? The whole ceiling was leaking down into our drive-through. Oh my God, it was like crazy. It was leaking down into our drive-through, and I was just like, I put the person on hold. I was like, hold on for a second, and then I chimed into management. I'm like, yeah, I was like, y'all may want to come back here because I was like, it's really bad and it's flooding. And within like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, we were standing in like this much of water, okay? And I was just like, what is going on? I was like, I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And my coworker was afraid of getting electrocuted because she was near the wires and I was not. And I was sent on break though. And when I came back from break, I mean, the rain would stopped and everything, and they had taken a squeegee and squeegeed out all the water, and then they took a mop to get the rest of it. But I was just like watching, like it pouring down rain inside the drive-through, like inside the building, and I was like, they need to fix this mess. um, One thing I learned at orientation was that January they're actually going to tear my McDonald's down because it is kind of old, and they're going to tear it down, and it's going to take a couple months. They're going to rebuild the whole entire thing. It's going to have two drive-through lines and stuff like that. And I asked the lady, the one of the managers at orientation. I was like, well, where are we all going to go then? And she's like, oh, you'll just be at different. You'll all be at different location, other McDonald locations within the town. I'm like, oh, okay, because I thought I wasn't gonna have a job, you know. But no, she's like, no, it's fine. And I was like, okay, so. But geez, that was crazy to see. I wish I would have been able to like get video, but we were so busy, and I couldn't. I didn't even get pictures because we were just so busy. Life at McDonald's is never dull. No, it's okay. It's okay. All right, you guys. I just wanted to give a little update and let you all know that I'm doing very well. I really, really am. I'm doing very well. I'm very happy, and and oh, you see this guy right here? Let me see. Hold on. You see him right here? Okay. His name is Oz Fox. He currently actually has two brain tumors, and he's gonna get brain surgery next month. But the other night, his wife was on Facebook and said, please pray for Oz. He's having a massive seizure. And when I read that, I was like, oh my God, you know, I was so scared for him. He's okay now. He was released from the hospital, and because they put him on some new like seizure medication or whatever, anti-seizure meds. But I was scared. I mean, that's scary. And he even said on Facebook, he's like, I never want to go through that again, ever. So please pray for him. His name is Oz Fox. He is one of the guitarists in Striper. Okay, I'm going to go now because this video is going on, let's see, 22, almost 23 minutes, and I've rambled long enough. Okay, I will talk to you all later. I hope you're all doing good, and thank you for listening to me ramble on. All right, you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.